Welcome everyone and a happy new moon in Aquarius. This is the energy of the visionary. We are awakening to a new future, and as I officially record this live, jump on live, we are very close to the exact energy of this new moon happening. It is exact at 4:42 p.m. Eastern time and at 4 degrees of Aquarius. So we've got the sun and the moon teaming up in this powerful sign and forming one main aspect that I'm going to hone in on today, but I also want to look at some of the other planetary shifts that are unfolding right now, because we have been at a time of up-leveling, of going through a lot of changes, and almost this deconstructing of old patterns and old ways of doing things. This Saturn-Pluto conjunction in Capricorn, which was exact on the 12th, really was honing in on an area of our life where we need to step away from these old patterns, these old practices that are just not serving us. And now this new moon energy is asking you to reflect on what's next. What's the next step? Do I have this ability to see beyond my current reality to what is possible for me? So I'm so excited to dive into this today. Say hi if you are here. Hello, Kimberly. Hi, Becky. Hi, Natasha. Hi, Rita. Hello, hello, Autumn. So share with me your new moon intentions. What are you creating in this energy? Even if you're on the replay, share with me, because I love to hold space for you. And when we share our intentions, when we put them out there into the world, they gain energy, they gain power, they gain momentum. And yeah, just feels good to fully claim them on a whole new level. Also, feel free to share this out as well if you know you have people in your life who are astrology lovers or who like to follow the new moon cycle or the full moon phases and just dive in and really learn how to create with this energy. So if you are brand new to me, let me know. My name is Kara, and in addition to being a master astrologer, I'm also an Akashic Records practitioner, and I love to work with both of these tools together and helping you elevate your manifestation. And what's really crucial to remember when we talk about astrology is these energies and these shifts that are happening are not just something that's happening outside of us. They are happening within us. We are all connected. The larger part of who you are is so connected to the divine intelligence of the universe, connected to source energy. So when we feel these shifts or we see these shifts happening in the cosmos, we feel them internally as well. And not in a way where we are ever a victim to these changes, because you are such a powerful creator. You are never a victim, but in a way where we have the pleasure of co-creating with these shifts, with these changes, and helping us to step into our highest and best potential. And that's how I always love to hone in when I bring up the astrology charts, really looking at how can we work with this in the highest potential? What are the shadow aspects that we want to be made aware of, but also how can we transform those shadows into their highest expression? Okay, so who else do we have jumping on here? Paula, hello, beautiful. Becky, thank you so much for all the hearts and the love. So appreciate that. All right, let us dive in here. So Aquarius new moon. So we are also in Aquarius season, and that's what makes it a new moon, is we have the sun and moon conjunct teaming up together. And every new moon is that opportunity to begin again. It's like this energetic reset from the universe. And leading up to the new moon is actually a really good time, like 72 hours before a new moon, when the moon's in the dark phase. It is that time to really go within and set your intentions and get into a space of energetic alignment, because that's what gives us power in our manifestation, is really embodying the energy of what we want to attract and call into our experience. And then on the day of the new moon, it's a really good time to also set those intentions and to create plans for how you want to move forward. So with this new moon happening in Aquarius, Aquarius is the energy, it is the archetype of the visionary, the humanitarian. It is all about progression and moving forward, and it's ruled by the planet Uranus, which is also known as the disruptor. Because this energy, the Aquarius energy, is not afraid to disrupt the status quo in order to bring about something new. And that's what we can really, in our own life, the same thing holds true. If we want to move forward and step into our next level, a new phase of our life, it does involve a little bit of chaos in the process, because we're breaking away from the old mindsets, the old patterns, the old practices, and we're having the courage to say yes to something new. And this Aquarius energy is really inviting you to focus on, what is that vision? Are you able to see your potential and what's possible for you beyond what is happening in your current reality? And Aquarius is very much related to collective consciousness, the collective energy. So it's not only in our own personal lives where we are really looking at where we are called to up level, where we are called to really move forward, but as a collective, we're seeing incredible shifts in our ability to step into our creative power and what we know is possible for ourselves and for our lives. Like, these shifts are happening in the collective. And let me know if that resonates and if you're feeling this energy. I know as empaths and light workers, we are so attuned to these cosmic shifts and energies. And I have so many people say, and this is more on like the full moon, but like they notice it affects their sleeping patterns as well. Like they really feel this energy. They feel the shifts that are unfolding. Right, I just want to check in with some of these comments here. So if you are just jumping in now, share your intentions, your new moon intentions, what you are creating in this beautiful energy. So there's lots of cool shifts and changes happening right now apart from the new moon. But one of the main aspects this new moon in Aquarius is making is over to Uranus in Taurus. And there's a square formation happening. So how I see this energy is we are being called to step up and create a change in our life. And part of that feels uncomfortable because Uranus in Taurus is about breaking away from where we have allowed ourselves to get used to just playing in our comfort zone. So to break away from what feels comfortable, what feels safe, to what is possible. Because to actually like bring about something new in our life, we have to choose growth over comfort. And I was talking about this in my Goddess Sisterhood VIP group. We had our Goddess call last Sunday, so almost a week ago now. But we were talking about this idea of having the courage to choose growth over safety and comfort, and how eventually we may choose what's comfortable and it feels safe in that moment. But over time, that's what causes the anxiety and the fear to kick in, is when we know the larger part of us desires something more, has expanded beyond what is, so craving greater freedom, deeper levels of love, more abundance, whatever it is, like that part of you that has expanded beyond what is. And if you just stay in that comfort zone, eventually it actually becomes really uncomfortable, because there's such a disconnect between what you know is possible for you and what you want to achieve, but where you're allowing yourself to stay. So let me know if that's resonating. And this new moon is really inviting you to feel into the possibilities that are there, awakening to this new future and having the courage to say yes to it, even when it feels scary and you're not sure how it's all going to play out, stepping out of that comfort zone. Now, another way to really see the square formation between the moon and Uranus and these energies that are being activated is we're activating fixed energies. So in astrology, there's the cardinal energy, which is actually really in focus throughout 2020. And that's the energy of taking action, making things happen, moving forward with things. And then there's the fixed energy, which helps us persist. So I really love how this new moon is falling after a lot of the Capricorn energy, that Saturn-Pluto energy, where we really felt this desire to move forward and create change in our life. And now this Aquarius new moon is inviting you to persist toward your goals. So even looking back at what were the intentions I set at the beginning of this year, and am I just as committed to them now? Or have I allowed myself to maybe sacrifice or lower my standards or slip into an old pattern? And this new moon energy is that reset, that recalibration that gives you that persistence, that drive to move forward. And also with Aquarius energy, it is the archetype of the creative too. So the visionary, the creative, the humanitarian, all that energy that we can feel into. So it's looking at maybe old problems in our life or old patterns that are arising, but seeing them in a new way. It's like seeing them from a new creative space. Very much the Aquarius energy is linked to ideas. So I want to check in on these questions here, and then I've got my my MacBook on the side with the chart pulled up, and there's a few other planetary alignments that I want to hone in on as well. Monica loves this time of year. Beautiful. Nashia, I hope I'm saying your name right. That's so pretty. Does it affect all of the zodiac signs? Absolutely, yeah. You do not have to be an Aquarius to feel this energy, because we all have the Aquarius energy ruling over an area in our chart. So the way astrology works is we have like these 12 different houses, they're called, which are areas of our life. And each of the zodiac governs over one of those areas of our life. So somewhere in your chart, this new moon is falling. So it's well, we can all like relate to the energy I'm saying, and like it holds true for all of us. At the same time, there's like a unique storyline that's created for each of us based on how these energies are affecting our birth chart. So if you know where 4 degrees of Aquarius falls in your birth chart, you have an idea of the area of your life that's really undergoing this rebirth and this new awakening. So for you, that may be more in your relationships. It could be in your career. It could be in like your friendships and the groups you belong to. Could be in the house that deals with your finances. So it's different areas for each of us, but at the same time, it absolutely can influence all of us for sure. So scrolling down here. Hello, if you're just jumping on, happy new moon. I love that I'm going live and doing this right in the energy of the new moon. Like it's happening at 4:42 Eastern time. So I think we're like, are we an hour out? A couple hours away, but we're very close to like the exact energy. Rita, so great to have you here, beautiful. Emer, hello. My intention is to communicate with grace and ease. I love that. Thank you for sharing the intention. Beautiful. Wanda, hello, goddess. Welcome. Okay, so let me pull up the chart here and see what else I want to hone in on. Okay, so another thing that Aquarius embodies is groups and communities and your friendships. So the connections that you have with people in your life. And it's so interesting how I've seen this theme come up with people lately, and this strong desire to really find their tribe. So their community, the group of people that they really connect with, and that they know like this person just gets me and we're on a similar mission. And there's so much power when that happens, when we come together with people that have a similar mission. So they're still unique, they're still eccentric, and we all have our own soul journey, our own soul path. But when there's this desire to like raise the energy of this planet, to raise the vibration, to shift more into love, like when we connect with people who share that mission, there is power in that. And I feel this new moon really is about connecting with our tribe and with people that can really get us and support us, and also being aware of the people you're associating with and the people you're surrounding yourself with. And are they healthy relationships that fuel you, or are they toxic relationships? And sometimes it does mean walking away and we need to leave certain relationships. Other times it's just about there needs to be better boundaries up, or I need to shift how I'm showing up here so the dynamic changes. But relationships are really a theme that we're seeing highlighted with the new moon as well. And I just want to see here, I'm going to feel into this chart energy. Okay, because I do want to talk about this as well in terms of the relationship aspect of this new moon. So Venus right now, which is the planet that governs relationships, it's also the goddess of love, beauty, prosperity. It rules over money as well as our relationships. It's in the sign of Pisces right now. And this just kind of plays into the theme that relationships for so many of us are coming into the spotlight. And in the sign of Pisces, it can be healing and releasing of old grudges that we're holding on to, like old negative energy in relationships or certain connections in our life that are actually preventing us from fully moving forward onto our new path. So you may have this vision of where you want your life to go, right? Hopefully we all have that vision of what we want to create, what we want to experience, what we want to give back into the world. And then Venus in Pisces is this energy of needing to release and let go of something in order to fully move on to that path. And when I was feeling into this new moon energy, what really came to me was the Ho'oponopono blessing. Let me know if you're familiar with that, the Ho'oponopono. It's one of my favorite prayers or mantras to reflect on. And even when I open up the Akashic Records and I'm in that space, I love doing the Ho'oponopono and just sending that to people in my life, that energy. So basically, the Ho'oponopono is this beautiful blessing or prayer, and it goes, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And just repeating those words, meditating on those words, feeling into that energy of love and forgiveness, and being able to release any of the toxic energy we're still holding on to from the past. And this can be romantic relationships, but it can also be maybe business partnerships that didn't work out, or a friendship that didn't quite work out, or there's some toxic energy there. And just really looking at, how can I forgive? How can I have those better boundaries in place so I can fully move forward on this new path that I know is opening up for me with these new moon energies? So there is an element of healing and releasing that's at play with this new moon, but where I see the primary focus, it really is about moving forward. We're primarily being called to step into this new vision, this new future, this new path, but there's still that piece of forgiveness or letting go of or releasing that we need to do. And if it's not relationships, Venus also relates to money and our finances. So it could be old stressors around money, old money stories that have us stuck in scarcity or lack that we need to fully release in order to step into this new vision. So I love how that energy is really coming into play with the new moon as well. Just beautiful healing energy. Okay, let me check in with the questions here. Rita, I use it every morning before my prayers. I love that. Beautiful. Isn't it? It's so powerful. It's just one of my favorites. Katarzyna, love the blessing. Has been life-changing for me. It truly is. Absolutely. All right, seeing if there's any more questions coming up. So if you're just jumping on now, feel free to share your new moon intentions, what you're creating, what you're manifesting in this new moon energy, and I will hold that space for you. All right, so we've got Venus in Pisces, and it's also, it's moving closer to Neptune as well. They're just a few degrees apart right now. So another way this energy comes into play, so just kind of feel into it a little bit here. We've got the new moon that's calling us forward, which is where that main focus is. We're moving forward. We're harnessing that visionary quality of seeing beyond what is to create something new in your life. And then this energy of Pisces that's coming into play can add a little bit of confusion or haziness. The Pisces energy in its shadow is known for illusion or not being able to quite see things clearly. But what I've learned through studying this energy and studying this archetype is the only time the confusion comes into play is when we're too much in our analytical mind and we're trying to figure out the how, or we're trying to figure out all the details. Because Venus in Pisces, what it's really inviting you to do is surrender, to trust your intuition, to really feel into this co-creative dance with the universe, and that you don't have to do this all on your own. You don't have to have all the answers. This is a new level of creation that we're stepping into as a collective, in fully understanding that the way we create, the way we manifest is generating the emotions and feelings within ourselves and then attracting those external experiences to us. So we don't always need to be so much in our mind, knowing all the details, needing to know the how in order to feel safe and secure. So working with this energy in the highest expression is about surrender and trust. So this new vision you have, if you fully trust it, that the universe is backing you up, that you get to have the money you desire, the relationship, the business, all of it. If you desire it, you get to have it, you get to step into it. If you fully trust it and believe that, how would you feel? And can you have greater faith? Can you really tap into that part of you that can trust that it is all unfolding? So really beautiful energies. I'm loving this new moon. Okay. All right, so let me have a look at the charts here. Thank you again for the hearts. That means so much. Receiving with gratitude and sending love back to you. Okay. So what else is happening here? So Venus really is like in focus the last couple of weeks. The planet Venus, the goddess of the zodiac, just really in play here. So it's also squaring over to Mars. So when I feel into this energy, it's the part of us that is so ready to move forward. Like, we're ready to take action. We're so ready to step into that dream life that we envision for ourselves. It's like, I want it now. I'm ready to have it now. And there may even be a little bit of impatience or frustration setting in if it hasn't quite happened yet. So again, what we're called to do with this new moon energy is just release that resistance. Like, again, if you fully trusted things were working out for you, if you trusted you were being divinely guided and supported, how would you feel? How would you show up? Really practice shifting into that energy so you can let go of the resistance, you can let go of the fear. And okay, let me see what else I want to hone in on. I feel like I may be jumping around a little bit with this, but there's just there's a lot that I feel coming in around it, a lot of energy and just a lot of major shifts happening in the planets that I really want to touch on and help you like manifest with this. So we also have Mercury in Aquarius right now as well, and Mercury governs the mind, it governs communication, and it's further away, so it's not like directly interacting with the new moon energy, but it's also in Aquarius. So this can really bring in those new creative ideas. But in order to like fully receive them, there is a state of like expansiveness and openness we need to be in order to allow these new creative ideas to come through. So basically, like when our body's in overdrive or we're in fight or flight and like our nervous system's just in like that anxious panic mode, it's hard to receive these divine intuitive ideas. Like if you even think in your own life, just reflecting in your life when you get like that spark of inspiration or the spark of creativity, like when that comes to you is usually when you're in a relaxed, joyful state, not when you're in like manic manifesting, right? When we're in that mode, we close off and we create resistance. So this new moon can really bring in these new ideas, a new paradigm in terms of how you see yourself and what is possible for you and what you can create in your life. It can bring in those new opportunities. You just need to allow yourself to relax and be open and to trust that you're able to receive that support and guidance from the universe, and you don't have to just rely on your human strength alone. You get to be supported, you get to be divinely guided. And when you fully trust, that's when these new ideas will really begin to come in for you. I really feel that's a big part of this new moon energy. So relaxing and allowing yourself to just receive these new insights, receive these new ideas. They're there for you. They're there for you. Okay, let me know if this is resonating. Let me know also if there's questions around this. And for anyone who wants to go deeper in studying their chart, I have one spot, maybe two left for the one-on-one mentoring that I'm doing, the cosmic activation, where we really deep dive into your unique astrology and help you manifest by working with this energy. So really feeling into the themes that are in focus this year for you, how you can really harness this universal energy to support you in manifesting your goals, stepping into the life you want to create for yourself. And the cosmic activation, which is that one-on-one work, it also involves work within the Akashic records. So opening up and exploring your Akashic records and recalibrating your energy so you can align to your goals and your intentions for 2020. So clearing away any dense energy, any old fears, any old belief patterns that will keep you stuck where you are. Like on a hamster wheel, right? If you've ever had that feeling of, oh wow, it's like the same result again. I'm getting the same thing, right? Or I'm like at this level where I can't break free. Like I'm making the same amount of money each month, or I keep attracting this relationship. That's just like an old pattern and old energy that's at play. So working in the Akashic records, we can do like a recalibration of your energy, releasing that pattern on a deep cellular level so you are open to activating something new in your experience. You're a new frequency, you're at a new energy, so you're fully able to create the results that you desire instead of just repeating past cycles. So let me know if you're interested in learning more about the cosmic activation. Super powerful. The women that I'm already doing this work with are experiencing amazing shifts in their life really quickly, because things happen quickly in the space of the Akashic Records. We're not working just with 3D time of I have to take this action and it's going to take this long. It's no, you get to shift your energy, and when you change your energy, what you're attracting into your life, it changes very, very quickly. So yes, just send me a message if you are interested, if that is speaking to you. Okay, so let's see what else in terms of this new moon that I really want to harness in on, focus in on. Okay, I think we really did touch on a lot of the main things. Yeah, overall, I would say take time for yourself to set your intentions and really tune in on what is it I want to create in my life? Like, what is it I really want to manifest and create? What do I need to release and let go of to make that a possibility for me? And am I truly tapped in to my highest and best potential? Because Aquarius energy, this energy is asking you to dream bigger. Like, to really be honest with yourself. Are you living in alignment with your soul standards? Where have you sacrificed? And where can you take that to the next level? Because that's where your joy is, right? You're going to feel happy when you're fully saying yes to those desires. So set those intentions, release the fears, release the blocks, and feel the full support of the universe backing you up. Even take time to journal and just like allow those new creative ideas to come in, because they're there for you to tap into. Mercury in Aquarius, new ideas are flowing in. All you have to do is be ready and open to receive them and have the courage to say yes. Say yes to this new path. All right, goddesses, this was so much fun today. I really enjoyed this. I'm going to take some time now for my new moon ritual as well. And so before we finish up, I'm just going to see questions or comments that I missed here. Kim, happy new moon. New ideas are coming in, and for once I am not being overwhelmed. Beautiful. Yeah, that's the key, because this energy, it may feel at times a little bit hectic and a little bit overwhelming. Like, the Aquarius energy, it's an air sign. So we can get very much in our head, and we can fall into this trap of overanalyzing. So we just want to catch ourselves if we're doing that. And usually when we're feeling overwhelmed, it's like we have to just take a step back and really allow our body to catch up. Like, just really allow our body to catch up. And this is what I do even with my work with my mentor. Anytime I'm moving into like a next level, I know I'm expanding and I'm growing. It's like we really breathe and just anchor in the new energy and get my body and my nervous system adjusted to being at this new level. So that's so key with us as well. Rita's listening and cooking. I love that. Yes, my dad is here as well. Happy new moon, Dad. Okay. Awesome stuff. You are so welcome, Emer. Thank you so much for all the love and the hearts as well. So appreciate all of you. Enjoy these beautiful energies. If you're interested in doing that one-on-one work together, the cosmic activation, send me a message and we can explore if that is a good fit for you. Sending so much love and light your way. Happy new moon. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.